In today's digital world, your brand is everything. Whether you're building a funnel, a website, or an online presence, keeping your look consistent is key. When people visit your site, they should recognize your brand through the colors, the fonts, and the design elements that make everything feel cohesive. A strong brand identity builds trust, it builds credibility, and it makes your business stand out. But it's a lot of work to manually tweak each page, right? It's time consuming, it can be frustrating, and it's prone to make mistakes. With themes, you can eliminate all of that hassle by setting up a branded design that applies consistently across all of your pages. And with styles, you can control the visual appearance of your site through typography, colors, buttons, and more, ensuring consistency across all pages. Themes and styles integrate across all ClickFunnels features: funnels, pages, emails, courses, and more, so your entire brand stays visually aligned without any extra effort. Today, let's go through the process of how to set up and customize a theme and then build a style inside of ClickFunnels. Let's talk about themes first. Within ClickFunnels, themes are pre-designed templates that set the overall structure, layout, and styling for all of your funnels or pages. To get to your theme settings, tap on Workspace Settings and then locate and tap on Themes. This is where you control the overall look and feel of your site through different themes. If you have any existing themes, you can customize the page templates here, and you can clone a theme for creating variations or customizing for different offers. This Promote a Live button will do exactly that. It sets the specific theme live across all of your pages and overrides the current active theme, so be careful when using this feature. And last, you can tap the Theme Settings button to access basic and advanced settings for this theme. We'll take a look at all of that in a moment, but first, let's look at how to set up a new theme. Go ahead and tap on the Add New Theme button, and you'll be presented with a number of different sample themes to choose from. Clicking on any of these examples will expand the window and showcase how that theme looks across all of your different pages. It's good to go through these pages and try to imagine how your brand would look. Depending on what's important to you, you may want to prioritize those pages as well when choosing a theme. Now, when you've decided on the theme for you, tap Install and then Proceed. I'm going to use this fitness theme for the example in this video, but feel free to use whichever you like the best. Give a few moments for the theme to install and you'll receive a notification when it's finished. From the notifications, you can tap on View, or you can navigate back to the theme settings to see the theme in your account. Now let's take a look into the theme settings. At the top, you can give your theme a custom name, and you can configure styles, which we will do later in this video. For now, let's focus on the advanced settings within themes. Tapping on Configure will bring up all of your template pages, the pages we just looked at when choosing a theme. This includes blog pages, your home page, product pages, there's a checkout page, courses pages, and so on. So all of your page templates will live here, and you can swap any as needed. Okay, now that we understand where and how to swap templates within a theme, how do you actually edit the template? Back at our theme settings main page, let's select the little page icon labeled Customize Page Templates. This will load us into the editor, and we can navigate between all of the different pages you can edit on the left-hand side. You can edit the home page, everything involved with your store, there's a blog pages and everything that comes with that, your customer center, courses, even your 404 page. So there's a lot to play around here with if you so choose. Last quick thing about themes here, if you have any questions or want to understand themes better in any way, feel free to tap this help button that says Learn More About Themes. This will pop out the AI assistant, and it can help you answer any questions you may have, as well as provide resources as needed. With themes now covered, let's talk about styles. Styles control the typography, your colors, your buttons, your borders, your shadows, and all other design details. Think of styles as the finer details that bring your brand to life. While the theme sets the foundation, styles ensure every element looks polished, consistent, and on brand across your entire site. Let's first go through the steps to set up a new style, and then we'll make adjustments to it. Then we'll go over how to apply the style after. First, head over to your workspace settings again, and this time we're going to select Styles. Here is where you'll find any existing styles that might be set up, and you can customize them or clone them from the icon buttons. You can see that we have the style from the fitness theme that was selected earlier. Adding a new style is as easy as tapping the button in the top right and giving it a name. Doing that adds it to the list, but of course now it needs to be customized. Let's dive into all those customization options within styles. Now that we're here editing the style guide, we have the ability to adjust fonts, colors, shadows, borders, buttons, and corners all from the left sidebar. All of these design elements act as global presets, meaning when you make an adjustment, it will reflect everywhere it's used across your store, your site, blog, and more, so be aware of that when making any changes. Let's take a look at fonts first. At the top here, you can set your base font size between desktop and mobile. Right below that, you have your font options for headline text, subheadline text, and content text. Tapping on any of these will open up an additional pop-out with more detailed adjustments. I'll go ahead and edit the headline text first. At the top, we can change the font family. There are hundreds of fonts to choose from, and they're sorted by sans serif, serif, display, handwriting, and more. I'm going to go with one of these fun display fonts. How about Fugaz 1? That one looks good. You'll notice when I make this selection, it gives me a preview of how the font looks on the right-hand side. If you make any additional adjustments to the weight, the kerning, or your letter spacing, the line height, you'll see that it'll happen in real time. There's also adjustments you can make to the standardized sizing of your headlines, so overall a lot of customization here. Keep in mind though, this is just making adjustments to your headline text, so anywhere a headline is placed, these are the adjustments you're making. All of these same adjustments can be made to your subheadline and content text as well, so spend some time making any changes until you're happy with your fonts. Last quick note here, there's a toggle switch for mobile sizing. This will automatically scale and handle your font sizes for smaller screens, so you might want to experiment with how this looks. If you made any adjustments, make sure to tap Update before moving forward. With fonts aside, let's now take a look at colors. At the top, you'll have your brand colors, where you can select up to 8 different colors for your style. These colors are going to serve as the foundation of your brand palette and ensure a consistent look across your entire site. Below that, you'll see your paint colors. These allow you to assign consistent colors to different elements within your site, your store, your blog, and more. Setting up paint colors ensures that elements like buttons, links, and backgrounds follow the same styling, preventing any mismatched designs or inconsistencies. Tapping the Auto-Generate button will help create a balanced color scheme based on your brand colors, and this is a really solid starting point that you can fine-tune as needed. Click on any of the backgrounds to edit your base colors, text colors, as well as links, icons, and bullets. Keep in mind, you want balance between the different backgrounds. The lightest should accommodate scenarios where a white or a light shade background is needed. Work your way down the color palette until the darkest, which should be either black or a deep color from your palette. Once you've made all of your adjustments, you're happy with your colors, and you've ensured all the text is legible, be sure to tap Update. Let's jump into shadows now. This is a little bit more to the point, but you have 3 different styles you can toggle between and adjust each to your liking. You can change between outset and inset, as well as adjust the X or Y direction, the blur, the spread, and the color. Each of the 3 different styles are different by default, but you can make adjustments as you see fit. For the most part, I like default shadows, so I'll keep it as is, but for some fun, let's adjust the 3rd shadow to a color. Always remember to update if you make any changes. Borders are relatively the same as shadows. You have 3 different pre-selected options, and you can make adjustments to the border style, the color, and the stroke size. Same story as shadows, I'm going to make the 3rd option a brand color and bump the stroke up a little bit. Again, be sure to update. With buttons, you have a few more options to play around with. Again, you have the 3 different options you can customize, and directly below, you have button states. These are going to relate to the user's activity when a button is present on a page. Default is when a button is present, but the user is not actively engaging with it. Hover, of course, means that the user has hovered their mouse over the button, and of course, pressed simply means that the button is being clicked on. You can see these settings in action when I actually hover over the button here and click the button. In addition to these settings, you can also adjust the button font and everything that involves the text styling. So for example, if you wanted to make the buttons all caps, it can be done so with this simple toggle. You can also make all of the same adjustments to the subtext of the button and below are borders and corner settings, so you can really drive home the exact look of the buttons you want. Always tap Update if you want to save any of your changes. Last, let's go ahead and discuss corners. These are very similar to the shadows and borders adjustments that you can make. Again, with 3 options, I'll leave the first 2 on default settings, but I'll give this third some unique edges for fun. That covers all of the settings you can make adjustments to set a specific style. When you're finished, go ahead and tap Back to Website and we'll be redirected back to the Style Settings page with our updated style. With the style customized, let's apply it to our theme and see the reflected updates. Head over to your workspace settings again, and this time we're going to go back to Themes. Within the column of the theme you're going to edit, select the gear icon to access the specific theme's settings again. If you remember earlier, we mentioned styles. This is where you can apply the style we just worked on. Tap Configure and select the style from the dropdown. Then tap Update Theme to apply the change. Here, I have the before and the after of the homepage, and you can see the updates we made to the style, the fonts, the colors, and more. There's one more thing to look at with the updated styles that I want to show you within the page editor. I'll navigate over to the editor from the Site, Overview, and then Edit Site. The style updates are applied here, but if I go to Add a section and then add any blank section, then go into Edit that section, you'll see everything we set regarding the backgrounds and the paint colors are right here. And when you select one of those backgrounds, you'll notice how the accommodating colors work when adding any content, like a headline, a subheadline, a paragraph, bulleted list, icon, and it's pulling all of those preset colors. If you think later, this would look better as a lighter section, you can go back in and change the background and all of the relevant settings will apply as well. To reset everything, select None and you'll be back to a clean slate. Maybe you want to add some caveats to your style guide and change a specific font or color. Clicking Override will allow you to make any changes to that specific element, so maybe I want to make this font a different color and a little bit bigger to stand out. I want to make a note here. If you click this Edit Style button above Override, this will bring us back to the Style Guide editor, and if you make any changes to this, it'll apply everywhere, so be very careful when making any changes here. Okay, that's everything within the editor. The last thing I want to highlight is setting a style within a funnel. If I go over to my funnels and select the settings of any funnel, you can see that we can apply the style to any funnel super quick. And if we go to the pages, we can set the style at the page level as well by tapping these 3 dots, clicking on Settings, and then you'll see the drop-down here to select the style. We just explored the power of themes and styles in ClickFunnels and how they can transform your pages with just a few clicks. Remember, themes are pre-designed templates that give a cohesive look, and you can quickly apply them across all of your pages for a unified brand experience. And styles are customizable design settings that let you create variations of colors, typography, buttons, and more for different campaigns and offers. Styles are essential at helping tweak visuals without rebuilding pages from scratch. By leveraging themes and styles, you streamline design, maintain brand consistency, and scale your marketing effortlessly. Now put it into action. Start experimenting with themes and styles within ClickFunnels and see how easily it is to transform your funnels today.